Hello to everyone. We can start our conference, but we would like to propose you to wait for 2 or 3 minutes while everyone will join to our conference. So thank you. Let's wait for a few minutes.
Good morning, dear colleagues, participants and guests. We are pleased to welcome you to International Conference on Smart Innovation in Energy and Mechanical Systems. The grand opening begins with the performance of the national anthem of Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, we kindly ask you to rise for the national anthem of Ukraine.
Ні слава, ні воля, ще нам, браття українці, усміхнеться доля. Згинуть наші вороженьки, як роса на сонці. Запануємо ми, браття, у своїй сторонці. Душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми козацького роду. Душу й тіло ми положим за нашу свободу і покажем, що ми браття козацького роду.
Despite the serious challenges our country is facing, we continue to move forward. This conference is taking place amidst the ongoing full-scale war in Ukraine. Early this month, the National University Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic was targeted in missile attack. However, this has not broken our spirit or our commitment to science and international cooperation. Let us honor the memory of the fallen heroes of Ukraine, who gave their lives for the independence, freedom, and future of our state. I would kindly like to ask everyone to honor their bright memory with a minute of silence. The conference is a significant platform for exchanging ideas and research in the field of energy and mechanical systems. The organizers and purpose of the conference are National University Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic, Motor Sich, Cardiff University, Ivchenko Progress, and Shpina Nature. This year's conference is especially significant, as it is held in honor of the 125th anniversary of National University Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic. We hope that this conference will serve as a valuable source of knowledge for researchers, practitioners, and educators, and that it will be inspire further innovations in the field of energy and mechanical systems. Due to the current situation, we are unable to hold the conference in its traditional format. This year, it will be held in a hybrid mode from May 12 to 14. Most presentations will be delivered online, while some will take place here in the conference hall. We are expecting participants from all across Ukraine and from 9 other countries. Online translation available in Zoom and YouTube channel. Now, it is my great honor to invite the rector of National University Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic, Professor Viktor Greshta, to deliver his welcome address.
Вітаю, шановні учасники, колеги, партнери, студенти на відкритті наукової конференції Smart Innovation in Energy and Mechanical Systems, яка започаткована вперше в цьому році і присвячена є однією з серії заходів, які проводяться в Запорізькій політехніці з нагоди відзначення 125-річчя нашого університету. І ми щиро сподіваємося і віримо, що сьогоднішня наша конференція, яка проводиться в онлайн-форматі, надасть можливість для спілкування і обговорення вже значних наукових результатів досліджень у стінах Запорізької політехніки. Будемо, безумовно, раді бачити всіх наших колег 19 листопада, в день 125-річчя нашого університету, і будемо сподіватися, що ці заходи вже будуть проходити в мирній переможній країні. І дійсно, ця конференція присвячена важливим актуальним питанням сьогодні, які пов'язані із цифровою та інтелектуальною виробничою інженерією, штучним інтелектом у машинобудуванні, аерокосмічним технологіям та безпілотним літальним апаратам, сучасним електричним і енергетичним системам, бо сьогодні ці питання є вкрай важливими. Ми знаємо, що один із важливих напрямів розвитку нашої держави – це є авіаційне машинобудування, і та проблематика, яка сьогодні стоїть перед нашими партнерами, керівниками промислових підприємств, це проблема імпортозаміщення матеріалів. І якраз сьогодні присутність СЕО цих підприємств Мотор, Січ, Прогрес підкреслює, що ті наукові дослідження, ті напрями реалізації наукового пошуку, вони сьогодні активно підтримуються промисловим бізнесом, і ці напрями дійсно є наукоємними і важливими сьогодні для розвитку нашої держави. Сьогодні в університету є дійсно важливі напрацювання в напрямі створення нових жароміцних матеріалів, нових технологій, які дозволяють використовувати вироби, які отримані сьогодні сучасними методами адитивних технологій, але ці додаткові технології, способи механічної обробки, пластичної деформації дозволяють суттєво підвищувати рівень циклічної витривалості цих матеріалів і, по суті, дозволяють замінювати раніше приклади елеватних технологій в цих матеріалах. З'являються нові матеріали, які використовуються в галузі медицини, з'являються нові рішення, які дозволяють підвищити енергоефективність електричних систем, і це говорить про те, що сьогодні Запорізька політехніка є дійсно в тренді необхідних для держави наукових досліджень, що освітні процеси, які реалізуються в нашому університеті, здійснюються вже із використанням цих отриманих результатів, і це є сьогодні знову ж вкрай важливим для підготовки справжніх професіоналів, практиків, які вже випускаються з університету і долучаються до важливих промислових програм на наших партнерських підприємствах. І сьогодні дуже приємно вітати наших колег із українських університетів та наших міжнародних партнерів з Великої Британії, з Польщі, з Німеччини, з Бельгії, з Сполучених Штатів Америки. Сьогодні ми демонструємо те, що і Запоріжжя, і Запорізька політехніка, і провідні українські заклади вищої освіти націлені чітко на євроінтеграційні процеси, і нам є чим ділитися з нашими міжнародними колегами. Ми відкриті до створення наукових консорціумів, спільних робочих груп для удосконалення тих процесів наукового пошуку, які реалізуються в нашому університеті. Я бажаю всім учасникам конференції дійсно плідної роботи, жвавих наповнених дискусій. Приємно бачити, що сьогодні і студенти нашого університету долучаються до цієї конференції і дійсно будуть бачити той приклад, що сьогодні Запорізька політехніка є сучасним закладом, і який реалізує достатньо потужний професійний старт у побудові власної кар'єри. І сподіваємося, що багато з тих студентів, які сьогодні приймають участь у цій конференції, зможуть в недалекому майбутньому долучитись вже до колективу, до нашої наукової сім'ї Запорізької політехніки. Всім бажаю успіхів, всіляких гараздів. Слава Україні!
So let's move on. As it was already mentioned, that today we welcome our international partners and participants from different countries. So thank you very much for supporting our university and its initiatives. And we will look forward to your contributions to the conference. And I would like to invite to say some welcome words. Professor Ingmar Kaltnas, Director of the Institute of Robust Power Semiconductor Systems, University of Stuttgart, Germany. So Professor Kaltnas, you are welcome.
Thank you, Alina, and welcome everybody. I hope you can hear me. Dear organizers, dear attendees of the conference, it is my great pleasure and my honor to speak to you today and to pass my greetings to the conference. My name is Ingmar Kaltnas. I'm with the University of Stuttgart in Germany. I had the very big pleasure of hosting a group of colleagues from Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic and also from Lviv Polytechnic in December last year at my university for a workshop. We are planning to collaborate in the future more closely on scientific research, and I'm looking forward to this collaboration. I'm also looking forward to the conference in these coming days. I would like to stress the importance of electronics and electrical engineering. Being an electrical engineer myself, I think that electronics play a very key role in smart innovations in energy and mechanical systems. And this key role is in the area of power electronics. and also in the area of control electronics, which have to be connected, smart, perceptive, adaptive, and also predictive. This is exactly where we are collaborating with Zaporizhia, or where we plan to collaborate in research with Zaporizhia Polytechnic. I would like to pass my best wishes for a successful conference, and I would like to also extend my best wishes for courage, for justice and victory, for peace and also for prosperity to Zaporizhia Polytechnic and also to Ukraine. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much too, Professor Kalpas. And we also have a good memories and warm memories about our visiting to your university, and hope that we'll have fruitful cooperation with you in future. So thank you very much for being with us. Thank you. So the next guest is a person who always supports our events, such as Night of Science and other conferences or other projects, and has made a significant personal contribution to the development of our cooperation, and in every way, what technical education in Ukraine. So I would like to introduce you Professor Krystyna Molka from Gdańsk University of Technology, Poland.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are meeting for the second time a scientific conference this year. It is not an economic conference, but I would like to extend my best wishes to all participants. I wish you many discussion scientific. We have been friends with Zaporizhia Polytechnic University for several years. The Gdańsk University of Technology signed a cooperation agreement with Zaporizhia University of Technology in 2021 year. From this year, my faculty management and economics, participate in Science Night. The delegation from Zaporizhia Polytechnic visit Gdańsk University twice. Our face-to-face meetings were interrupted by the war. We have signed 2 agreements with Erasmus program. In 2024, Faculty Management and Economic of the Gdańsk University of Technology signed Erasmus agreement with the Faculty Economics of the Zaporizhia University of Technology. We wait for money, and we will develop a scientific exchange of researchers and students. The Faculty of Electrical and Control Engineering at the Gdańsk University Technology also has an Erasmus agreement. Once again, I wish you all best scientific success. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your words, and let's wait for the result of our application for academic mobility, and we hope that we'll develop our cooperation not only in technical direction but in economic too. So thank you very much for joining to our conference. So let's move on. And the next speaker, we are going to hear our good partner and friend, Professor Marana, Dean of International for the Middle East School of Computer Science and Informatics, Cardiff University, Wales, United Kingdom. So, Professor Marana, you are welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Can I just share my screen? I've just got a very brief presentation, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yes, it will.
Thank you very much. That's great. I just got some slides. Apologies. Great. So can you see my screen okay?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes,
So thank you so much. So I'm from Cardiff University in the UK, Dean of International and also a professor in computer science. So so we're delighted to be a co-sponsor on this conference. I see we have a lot of partners already, and my colleagues, Professor Carol Featherston from the School of Mechanical Engineering and Professor Rudolf Allemann are actually on the program committee. So fantastic opportunity for us to support our partners in Ukraine. And we've had some wonderful experiences over the last couple of years working with you guys. And just continuing on, so I see the focus of this conference on manufacturing, engineering, mechanical systems, modern electrical, and energy systems. I just thought I'd give a quick overview of some of the stuff that we are doing in this space, which we really want to do more with Zaporizhzhia going forward. So Cardiff has an additive manufacturing lab. We worked with over 600 companies from small design houses to leading manufacturers and innovators. This includes companies like Dunlop, Norton Automotive, Dyson, Orange Box, and so on, including work on medical grade materials and innovation in healthcare and high value manufacturing. And one example that I wanted to pick up was on development of new lightweight tooling design for aerospace manufacturing. I know that's a very important area and relevance for Zaporizhzhia in terms of engine design, engine manufacturing, and also flexible aircraft materials. We also have a translational research hub where we look at going from research to industry. So we are one of the largest semiconductor sites in the UK, Institute of Compound Semiconductors, with a big investment from 80 million investment to new buildings to about a 1,500 square clean room dedicated to back-end processing of wafers and so on. So we work particularly in power electronics and semiconductors to support power electronics that fits in things like electric vehicles and so on. And again, we're very keen to work with Zaporizhzhia in this space. And the UK, Cardiff leads a very large center. It's about 60 plus PhD students in an area called compound semiconductor manufacturing. And again, we work with a whole bunch of companies that you can see here on the right, with Hitachi Cambridge Laboratory, Huawei, various photonics labs across the UK, with a number of partner universities that you can see at the bottom there. I'm one of the co-directors of a new hub that we've just created at Cardiff. It brings together 12 UK universities with about 50 industry partners. It's about utilizing artificial intelligence, but on edge devices. So these are devices closer to a user that can be things like mobile phones to things like Arduino devices, Raspberry Pis, to NVIDIA Jetson, and so on. So the UK has invested about 100 million in total in the 12 hubs looking at AI, and the three sectors which closely align with the focus of this conference. It is autonomous transportation, energy security, and healthcare. And again, we have lots of interest in working with Zaporizhzhia in part of this. These are some of the companies that we're working with, from hardware manufacturers to Internet of Things to local innovation agencies across the UK to healthcare providers to cybersecurity companies to applied AI companies as part of this hub. So again, we're very keen to see how we could connect with Zaporizhzhia in some of the work that we're doing in this space. And these are just some of the ideas. So we want to create the Edge AI Hub as a leading UK hub in something called quality of data and quality of learning, from things like poisoning attacks that happen on machine learning models to use of new type of machine learning models that consider the edge of the network and then connect into things like cloud computing backend systems. We were delighted to host Zaporizhzhia delegation coming to Cardiff. This all started now about 2 years ago, and we have some colleagues. Alina is here, so thank you so much, Alina, for coming to Cardiff with your partners from Zaporizhzhia. This is in the center of our university when you put up your flag, and we were all very delighted to have you over here in Cardiff. And in Cardiff, we are working very closely with international partners. You can see some of our engagement across publication space over the last 10 years. This is a heat map of all the people we've co-published with over the last 10 years, with a lot of activity in Europe and the US, the eastern part of the US. We want to have Zaporizhzhia very much a part of some of these communities that we're working with. I'll just skip a little bit of this. So again, with Zaporizhzhia, we've not just focused on research in robotics and advanced manufacturing, but it's also been great to be part of the Night of Science and technocamps, and we've jointly run a cybersecurity summer school with your students, which has been done online. And I hope things will improve so that we can do some of this in person going forward. These are some of the partners from Zaporizhzhia who came to Cardiff. So we have Professor Dimitro, who's now part of the program committee of this conference, another colleague here from Zaporizhzhia who came to Cardiff with Alina also, who visited us on a number of occasions. And we also had a number of your students. So we're also very keen on understanding how we could support the next generation of scientists from Zaporizhzhia. So it's not just the current faculty, but also the next generation of future scientists who could work between us. So when we received a number of students from Zaporizhzhia to Cardiff, everybody was totally overwhelmed with the enthusiasm of these students. I still remember meeting some of these students myself, and all the staff who came up and met these students, was really keen to see how we could do more with some of these young people who are going to be the future scientists in Zaporizhzhia. And finally, I'll leave you this slide. This is the mascot for Cardiff University. So I'm really glad that our mascot, even though we were not able to make it ourselves, but our mascot is standing here right in front of your university building. And we hope that we will have a lot of our staff also co-located here in the future. So our best wishes to Zaporizhzhia and Ukraine, and the best wishes for the future. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this presentation and wonderful memories with these pictures, and hope that instead of the last picture, we'll have a new photo where you will be on this in front of our main building. So hope that in the nearest future, we'll have this opportunity to welcome you here at our university. So thank you very much for joining, for supporting us, and for supporting Ukraine, and for having our Ukraine in your hearts. So thank you very much. Thank you. So, we are glad to welcome the next speaker of our conference. It's Professor Stefan Trachash, Rector of Open Book University of Applied Science, Germany. And I would like to sincerely thank you, Professor Trachash, Evgenia Sikorsky, Alexander Berdomy, Professor Günther Weilbel, and the organization Friends of Open Book, and the entire team of the Open Book University for doing everything to make the visit of our students possible and organizing a wonderful program and warm welcome for them, the same as for our small delegation headed by our rector. So, Professor Trachash, you are welcome.
Yeah, thank you, dear Lina, dear Rector Kresta, dear colleagues of Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic University, dear participants of the conference, and ladies and gentlemen. It's for me a great pleasure and deep honor to join you today, the conference, even if it's only possible virtually, at the opening of this international conference on smart systems in energy and mechanical systems. Let me begin by expressing my deepest admiration and solidarity with the Ukraine academic community. We stand by your side as partners, as colleagues, and above all as friends, as we has also deepened in the last days with the students. In times of profound challenge and change, our shared commitment to science, education, and peace becomes even more meaningful. Europe is more than a continent. It's a community built on collaboration, freedom, and mutual respect. The friendship between our universities, our colleagues and peoples, it's a vital contribution to a peaceful and united Europe. Over the past 10 days, we had the great pleasure of welcoming a group of students from National University of Zaporizhzhia Polytech there to Offenburg. It was they completed labs, practical things, visited companies, contributed with their knowledge and their positive spirit, with their courage. It was for me very personal, very impressive to talk with them, and had a great time. It was a true exchange of perspectives, and it reminded us how enriching international partnerships can be. And as you mentioned before, it's the next generation of scientists and engineers we support, and that's very, very important for us. This visit was only a beginning. We will continue to strengthen our collaboration. Offenburg University will remain a committed partner of Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic, supporting academic exchange, the next generation of scientists, of students. We are looking forward for joint research. There are some proposals are written currently, and of course, institutional development. Together, we will keep building bridges between our regions and advancing knowledge and innovation spirit in European solidarity. Let us make this conference a space of dialogue and inspiration. Let it foster ideas that helps shape a better, more sustainable future for Ukraine, for Europe, for all of us. I wish you a successful conference and, of course, fruitful discussions and, most importantly, victory and peace for Ukraine. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your words and for support and for a wonderful time of our students. I'm sure that they had a wonderful days, wonderful time, and a new and interesting experience. So thank you very much for this visit. Thank you. So the next, I would like to give a word to Professor Irina Bakhnovich, Rector of Lutsk National Technical University.
Доброго дня усім партнерам, доброго дня Віктору Леонідовичу. Дуже щиро рада за Запорізьку політехніку, за прекрасну організацію чудової конференції на важливу актуальну тему. Скажу, що між Луцьким національним технічним університетом, який я представляю, та Запорізькою політехнікою є прекрасна чудова співпраця різних напрямків. І один із цих напрямків, звичайно, пов'язаний з енергетикою, пов'язаний з інноваціями в енергетиці. Інноваційний хаб, який ми створили зараз, енергоінноваційний хаб, я думаю, що буде цікавим для всіх партнерів. Я, користуючись нагодою, теж запрошую до партнерства з Луцьким національним технічним університетом. Університет, який має дуже цікаві, гарні напрямки технічного спрямування. І з цікавого найближчим часом на цьому тижні ми чекаємо на такий енергетичний хакатон студентів з різних університетів, технічних університетів України, в тому числі Запорізьку політехніку. Чекаємо ці команди, які вже десь зареєструвалися. Якщо ще хтось не зареєструвався і дуже хоче, будь ласка, ще є час. 16 числа стартує цей енергетичний хакатон. Він фінансується за програмою німецької ГІС, відповідно, як і фінансуються ці енергоефективні хаби, які є у 5 університетах України. Я бачу партнерів з різних університетів, які тут представлені. Тому розвиваємо енергетику, розвиваємо інновації в енергетиці, в механіці. Я бажаю всім гарної, плідної сьогодні дискусії. В нас буде презентація також від наших колег університету. Я дуже сподіваюся, що буде корисно. І, звичайно, ще хотілося б акцентувати увагу на такому важливому елементі, як мобільність, академічна мобільність студентів. І не треба лише розглядати це як міжнародну академічну мобільність, а обов'язково як і внутрішню академічну мобільність. Тому запрошуємо. В нас зараз триває ще такий кіберхакатон, де фактично університети, всі технічні університети, які мають кібербезпеку в своїх освітніх програмах, сьогодні представлені в нас в Луцьку. Тому запрошуємо до такої гарної співпраці в різних напрямків, а сьогодні чудової гарної дискусії, корисної інформації зі всіх сторін. Дякую дуже.
Дуже дякуємо за ваші вітання. Я абсолютно погоджуємося з вами, що треба розвивати не тільки співпрацю за кордонними партнерами, а й українськими університетами. Про це нам наші партнери за кордону теж говорять, що ми повинні створювати альянси тут, в Україні, в межах України. Це зробить нас набагато сильнішими, потужнішими і дасть нам набагато більше можливостей. Тож, дійсно, треба співпрацювати тут в рамках.
Ми запрошуємо. У нас сьогодні університети України в різних умовах можливостей, але ми вдячні Богу і Збройним силам, що наша Волинь сьогодні має більш-менш безпечні умови, тому запрошуємо до внутрішньої мобільності, запрошуємо, щоб ваші студенти, які не мають можливості, можливо, такої очного навчання, очних там дискусій, конкуренції між собою в різних командах, тому це можна робити в нас, є де, є з чим, є цікаве, чудове обладнання, тому запрошуємо в різних напрямках, в тому числі, які стосуються даної конференції. Дякую вам.
Дякую дуже за запрошення. So the next, let's move on. And the next speaker I would like to welcome here is Professor Peter Aras from Faculty of Engineering Technology, Department of Machine Building, Catholic University of Leuven, Belgium. And additionally, it's honorary professor of National University Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic. And if I'm not mistaken, this cooperation friendship has been going on for maybe a little more than 10 years. Maybe I'm mistaken, so you can correct me. So Professor Aras, you are welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Dear colleagues and participants of the SIEMS conference. Yes, we have a very long-standing cooperation with Zaporizhzhia National University since more than 10 years, by now 14 years. It was always a pleasure to be in contact with the university, and I would also like to say some words on the conference. It is a pleasure and an honor for me to say a couple of words at the opening of the conference, because we also celebrate this year 125 years of Zaporizhzhia National Polytechnic, and the motto is very inspiring, I think. Vivere est cogitare. It fits a conference like this very much. It's a Latin word, and it means to live is to think. So it clearly shows not only for the conference that it fits, but also for the university and for its scholars. Because if you translate to live is to think, it was also used by Descartes later on, cogito ergo sum, is that means we live to get new knowledge, and only by thinking we show that we're different from animals. That's what Descartes said. So we continuously strive to get more knowledge, and this is also the goal of the conference. And especially with the thematic of the conference, we see in a changing and a challenging world, there is a call for new and innovative solutions to cope with all the problems and challenges which we face. And especially if you look at the conference, there is two items. We have the energy question. We have a worldwide energy transition where we need to get rid of fossil fuels and substitute it with different other solutions and more sustainable solutions. And the technology is there. There is windmills, there is solar panels, but we meet next steps in the transformation which makes it complicated, namely the integration of this energy in the grid. They present a lot of new challenges. Last week only, we saw a blackout in Spain and Portugal due to sustainable energy, which was injected or not injected at a certain moment in the net, and it affected the complete two countries. So there is a lot of things. There is also the call for green and blue hydrogen and electrified mobility. So there is a lot of things to talk about and discuss in the future. And in mechanical systems, we've seen a constant move towards high quality systems and newer and stronger materials. This has been going on for many years. So there is a lot of things happening there. And on the other hand, there is a shift for certain things to cheap and quick production of systems. Unfortunately, the war is still raging in Ukraine, and we see there in defense a lot of things moving in this direction. We need to get to a solid production, but it should be quick, reliable, and cheap. So that's also a topic in the community. So there is a lot of things to talk about during this conference, and I wish you all to have a very good conference with many new insights. And I hope you will meet new friends and have a fruitful cooperation over the next days. And although I cannot participate, it is impossible to come to Ukraine. If not, I would certainly be tempted to come to the university, which I care so much about. So have a nice conference and have nice days. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for your words, and thank you for a big flag behind you of Ukraine. So thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to see our flag.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much. And let's move on. And the next speaker is Dr. Edward Kondratyuk, Chief Technologist, Ivchenko Progress State Enterprise of Ukraine. So you are welcome.
Дуже радий бачити таку гарну компанію. Дуже вітаю всіх з відкриттям такої цікавої для мене і для моїх колег конференцією. Бажаю усім гарного здоров'я, перемоги, великі побажання вашим сім'ям, рідним, дітям. Гарного дня.
And let's continue. I would like to give word to Igor Zabenko, head of the Chief Technologies Department, Motor Sich, Ukraine.
Вітаю всіх присутніх. Я вперше на такій конференції, не знаю, як ви. Вважаю те, що це дуже потрібний захід, так як у нас зараз дуже нестача кадрів. І думаю, що ми якось будемо разом ці питання вирішувати. І якщо ми будемо все робити разом, у нас все буде добре. Тому побажаю всім доброго дня, миру. Це саме головне в даний час. І також всіх студентів, які в вашій політехніці, а також в інших учбових закладах, чекаю у себе на підприємстві Motor Sich. Дякую.
Дякую.
Дякуємо. The next I would like to introduce to your attention Dr. Andrei Kost, Vice President of the Parisian Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Ukraine. So you are welcome. We know that you are online with us.
Yes, thank you. Dear Rector Greshta, dear organizers and participants of the International Conference on Smart Innovations and Energy and Mechanical Services, on behalf of the Parisian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, wish all the parts fruitful and practical work in these 3 days, sharing of expertise and long-term collaboration as a result of this conference. Special thanks to National University, Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic for fruitful cooperation in SME support and regional economic support. May I share my screen to give some slides of our mutual work? Thank you. So the Zaporizhzhia Chamber of Commerce, we operate in the framework of the special law of Ukraine, and our services meet the requirements of international standard ISO 9001. We have exhibition center, which used to be a good conference platform and very to its host the refugee assistance center, and now it's humanitarian hub, but we should plan to resume congress and exhibition activities after our victory. You see our activities during the war. It's issuing certificates of origin, issuing certificates of force majeure and conclusions on significant change in hardship circumstances, recording and assessment of damaged property, equipment, calculation, loss profiles. Custom clearance, of course, is special services as well. We have educational services, different seminars, workshops, master classes for more than 20 years of our activity. And in 2024, nevertheless, the war, we organized the qualification center in the structural unit of Zaporizhzhia Chamber. And now it's accredited by the National Qualifications Agency in 3 specialties in this case, we somehow support our SME sector in searching for new professional workers. ENN Ukraine, we since 2022, since the beginning of the war, we are an official partner of this network. It includes 70 countries, 2,500,000 organizations. Due to this system, we are now the participants of Electronic System Group and have very good special events with Zenit GmbH from Germany, and we include universities, Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic as well in this activity. You see our cooperation started in practical in practical field from organizing engineering automation machinery cluster, which has been operating since 2020, and now it's NGO with its own members. And now we think about new forms of support of SME sector in constructing an industrial park in the post-war period. You see, we signed memorandum with our territorial community, and we're sure that Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic will support us in this activity as well. Also in 2022-24, we organized TISC Technology and Innovation Support Center on the basis of the CCI. The main goal is to assist business in matters concerning intellectual property, international markets, develop a new innovation and investments, of course, through industrial parks and scientific institutions. TISC also organized on the Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic as well. They started this activity even earlier than we. And now it's a new form of our cooperation. We are in consortium which organized Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic, I mean Zaporizhzhia Chamber, Cluster YAM, and some our companies members of the chamber. In July 2024, we became one of 12 associations that won the European Commission's competition, and EDIH in the European Digital Innovation Hub. It's now officially recognized by European Commission and is on the map of DIHs in Ukraine. Sure, Zaporizhzhia Consortium, we are now on the reserve list for funding, but this initiative, we understand that it's the center that helps our business, first of all, small and medium one, to integrate digital technologies into their projects and develop the local innovation ecosystem. Also, we have platform Pro Business, it's called. It's a platform of our SME in different sectors. You can also visit this site. It has English page, of course, and we have the support of UNDP in this platform. And the main goal is to show the economic potential of the Zaporizhzhia region and the capabilities of our producers in the field of machine building and metallurgy sector. Here it's the link for its catalog, CCI ZPUA. Once again, thank you very much for inviting, and thank you for our cooperation. I hope this, of course, will have fruitful and practical results, and wish all the participants a nice and practical work today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your presentation, for a welcome speech, and for being here with us. And next, I would like to welcome Professor Vladimir Onishchenko, Rector of National University, Zaporizhzhia Polytechnic. If you hear us, because sorry, the internet connection a bit unstable. We would like to know if you are here with us. So maybe we'll be a bit later with us. So let's move on. Now I would like to invite to say some welcome words, Professor Alex Kidan, Rector of Police National University. Okay, then next, maybe we'll have them a bit later, because some of attenders sometimes joining and then they disappear because of unstable internet connection. The next, we are ready to welcome Professor Yevgen Sokol, Rector of National Technical University, Kharkiv Polytechnic Institute. If you are here with us. The next, Professor Anatoly Melnichenko, Rector of National Technical University of Ukraine, Igor Sikorsky Kyiv Polytechnic Institute. You are here, please say some welcome words. Let's move on. I just then will check if somebody is here from the next few our guests. So Professor Sergey Akavity, Rector of OLS, Konchar Dnipro National University. Professor Evgeny Trushlakov, Rector of Admiral Makarov National University of Shipbuilding. So maybe I have Professor Viktor Belichenko, Rector of Vinnytsia National Technical University. And the next is Professor Mykola Mitnik, Rector of Ternopil Ivan Kuliy National Technical University. So let's move on. And the next speaker, I know that he is here with us. I would like to welcome here Professor Yuri Vnukov from Los Angeles, USA. And I have the warmest memories of the time when you were Vice Rector of Scientific Work at our university, and you always support us. And when we were PhD students, and this was very important for us and significant. So thank you very much for supporting.
Я могу начинать?
Yes.
Yes. Дорогие друзья, коллеги, разрешите поприветствовать вас с началом этой конференции и выразить свое исключительное восхищение, что в этот сложнейший период для Украины в очаге технического образования Запорожского края, в Запорожской политехнике продолжается и научная, и педагогическая работа. И очень приятно видеть президиума наших друзей из прогресса Эдуарда Васильевича. Очень приятно. И технолога с мотор-сети, которые говорят о том, что наука, образование и производство – это всегда одно единое целое. Техническая наука во все времена была краеугольным камнем могущества любого государства. Все, что летает, плавает, стреляет и защищает, это результат работы технических специалистов, поэтому труд технарей навсегда будет востребован. Я исключительно доволен, я смотрю сейчас на нашего нового ректора. Я, во-первых, вас поздравляю, я впервые имею возможность вас поздравить и считаю, что исключительно правильный выбор коллектива. В техническом вузе должны управлять, направлять и давать вектор развития, конечно, технари. Поэтому я исключительно доволен выбором коллектива института. Я желаю успехов в работе этой конференции, выражаю искреннюю благодарность ректору Виктору Грешти и проректору Вадиму Шаламееву, я его тоже видел среди участников, за ту смелость и за большую ответственность в организации и проведении этой конференции. И, конечно, я благодарю весь коллектив оргкомитета, которые проявили огромную работу, чтобы эта конференция состоялась. И особенно, конечно, сотрудников кафедры технологии машиностроения, Павла Тришина, Елену Козлова, Сергея Дядю, Наталью Гончар. Ну, я смотрю, здесь другие кафедры. Алинка, я смотрю, Казурова присутствует, Леночка Назарова и другие будут принимать участие в работе этой конференции. Я желаю вам успешного проведения этой конференции. Слава Украине!
Героям слава!
Спасибо.
Дякуємо дуже, що ви до нас доєдналися. Було дуже приємно вас знову побачити, Юрію Миколайовичу. So let's continue. And now I would like to ask if we have here Edward Ratsenko from Infocom Ltd. We were waiting. And one more checking about yeah. So then I would like, with a great pleasure, introduce to your attention Dr. Eric Beckhofer, CEO, Chief Engineer, GPMS International Incorporation from the USA. Dr. Eric Beckhofer, he is a great good friend of ours who always supports us in holding various events and was the initiator of the hackathon competition for students, postgraduate students, and young scientists. And in spite that Eric from the US and we have a big difference in time, he is here with us online. So it's a great pleasure. Thank you very much that you are joining to us. So the floor is yours.
Thank you. Dear friends, I'm honored to participate with you in the International Conference on Smart Innovation in Energy and Mechanical Systems. My work involves design, build, and deployment of condition monitoring systems for high asset value vehicles. While we have successfully demonstrated these systems on ground vehicles and ships, the strongest business case has emerged for helicopters. In any endeavor, unless supported by subsidies, a product or capability will succeed if it is present in a compelling business case. Smart innovations in energy and mechanical systems enable improved safety, reduce unscheduled maintenance, and the potential to shift maintenance towards a condition-based approach. This, in turn, allows a business case. Helicopters present multiple points of failures: the main transmission, the tail rotor drive, and to a lesser extent, the pilot. The vulnerabilities create opportunities for innovation that deliver measurable returns on investment. Our goal is to monitor aircraft performance in order to enhance safety, increase operational availability, and reduce lifecycle costs. How do we achieve this? From a system perspective, the pilot is part of the mechanical system. The aircraft state is determined by the pilot's input. Inappropriate control inputs can result in loads or stresses that exceed the aircraft's design limits. Monitoring these parameters provide real-time feedback to pilots and create a record that maintainers can use to guide targeted inspection. This smart innovation in mechanical system utilizes a Bayesian classifier. Engine condition is also critical. An inefficient turboshaft engine may be unable to complete a mission, and even slight inefficiencies lead to increased operational cost. By modeling normal engine performance, we can detect signs of erosion, corrosion, or fouling, or other mechanical degradations, providing maintainers with a record of the engine's performance. Margin supports timely, informed inspection. This smart innovation through the use of digital twin technologies. Rotor conditions is another essential factor in safe life. Main rotor imbalance can cause pilots fatigue and accelerate component wear, while tail rotor vibration can compromise yaw control authority. Reducing vibration across multiple axes and flight regimes is a challenging and costly task. However, providing maintainers with an optimal solution allows for fast, safe return to service. This is a smart innovation employing multiple dimensional optimization. The drivetrain's a helicopter's single point of failure. These large multi-stage high reduction gearboxes contain dozens of gears, shafts, and bearings, making inspection difficult. Failures due to fatigue, contamination, or foreign object debris can be catastrophic. While vibration monitoring is effective, it requires advanced signal processing features extraction, knowledge synthesis. Providing maintainers with an estimate of remaining useful life transforms reactive maintenance into proactive planning. Since roughly 30% of maintenance is unscheduled, prognostic health management systems become a force multiplier, giving 9 aircraft squadrons the effective availability of 10 aircraft. This innovation encompasses a suite of techniques broadly classified under machine learning and artificial intelligence. The exploration and advancement of these smart technologies by the National University of Zaporizhia Polytechnic, especially in the face of wartime adversity, exemplifies a profound commitment to progress. Even under these most difficult circumstances, this university continues to pursue the noble cause of improving humanity through science, engineering, and innovation. This unwavering dedication serves as both a beacon of resilience and a reminder of the power of knowledge to transcend borders, challenges, and conflicts. I am deeply honored to contribute to this important dialogue and inspired by the shared future we are striving to build together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for joining to this conference, to our conference, and for being with us. And yes, you are doing your job is very important because the main goal is to save human lives, and what you are doing is very important. So thank you very much. Thank you. And I saw that Professor Volodymyr Onищенko joined to us, so if I'm not mistaken, Rector of National University Yuri Kondratyuk, Poltava Polytechnic. If you are here, the floor is yours. Professor Onищенko. Maybe it was a mistake, so let's continue. I think that we come to the end of this welcoming and this opening ceremony of our conference. So maybe somebody from the auditory, offline or online, would like to add some words or welcome words or to say something. You can raise your hand and to add a few words if you would like. If no, then we can finalize this opening ceremony, and we can make a break for lunch, and then we can continue the next section of the conference after 1 p.m. According to the Kyiv time.
Thank you.